Gil Kleiman was an Israeli policeman. 47 times he answered the call to go to suicide bombings. His job was to brief the world on the dead and injured. 4 years of being one of the first on the scene, 4 years of being the calm source of information in the middle of death and destruction. Kleiman is one of the few first responders to admit that the job nearly destroyed him.
It's strange that police organizations and armies will give their soldiers flak jackets to protect them against the metal fragments, but they won't give them psychological flak jackets to protect them against the trauma.
The last suicide bombing Kleiman went to was in February of last year, the Stage nightclub in Tel Aviv. 5 Israelis were killed.
I found myself a week later on a Sunday sitting in my office and crying. I couldn't stop crying. I mean, I couldn't even stop crying, to open up the door, to go to the bathroom, to get a towel and come back. I just couldn't stop. So I realized that that was when I was really in need of help.
Gil took us back to the scene of the first suicide bombing where he cried, a cafe in Jerusalem. Among the dead, a family friend and his daughter. She was due to be married the next day. Kleiman hid behind a car and broke down.
The signs were there. Everything was there.
So this is one of the warning signs?
This was one of the warning signs that I didn't pay attention to.
Dr. Danny Brom heads a treatment centre for post-traumatic stress syndrome where Gil Kleiman got help. He says up to 20% of first responders are affected in similar ways.
It stays all the time in your mind, that you see these things over and over, even in your sleep or when you walk on the street. It flashes back. Suddenly you feel that you're there again.
Kleiman retired from the police. He now helps the trauma centre with raising funds and awareness.
The rescuers also need help. The rescuers also need to be rescued. And you have to have a person who's been there to be able to talk to them, otherwise they won't listen.
Paula Hancock's CNN, Jerusalem.